That's not my identity. Yes, I made some mistakes. Yes, I went through some things. Yes, I went through some trials and tribulations, and a lot of it was on my own doing. But when God called me out of that, that's no longer who I am, because now my true identity is being birthed, and that's a lot. And that's one thing that I believe, Amy, that a lot of people don't want to see the rebirth.
Well, and I think let's take us back just a second though, is I'm in complete agreement with you. People don't want to see the rebirth. But if we take a step back for just a quick moment and we recognize that the only difference between someone who's been incarcerated and someone who hasn't
Hmm.
is one person's public record is public,
Hmm.
the other person's record is not public. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, people have gone out and murdered or stolen or whatever and gotten away with it and that there's some comparable there. But what I'm saying is that we treat people differently
Hmm.
based on their circumstances.
Yeah.
And for me, my job is to eliminate in my thought the fact that there could be a difference between you and me, regardless of our circumstances. The Bible tells us, every scriptural text that you'll read out there, whether you're Christian or Hindu, Buddhist, like every spiritual text out there says that we were created in the image and likeness of our creator. And so when we talk about a person's identity, what I'm recognizing, what I'm learning through my own experiences is that, look, we're not changing.
Hmm.
We're simply becoming who we were created to be all along. We just lost our way. And
Yeah.
there's an important distinction, because to talk about someone needing to make a change versus someone really tapping into their true essence of who they've been all along, is a change is something external that needs to be thrust upon us, that needs to be seen and demonstrated. If we're going back to our true identity of who we were created, perfect, whole, and complete, every scriptural text out there tells us we were made in the image and likeness of our creator, perfect, whole, and complete. So if we're
Hmm.
going back to our origin, it's a whole lot easier to start from perfect, whole, and complete than it is to start from nowhere.
Hmm.
And that
Yeah.
reminder brings us back into that true essence that we have everything we need to be the person we want to be. We
Hmm.
just might need a good travel partner to help us uncover that and figure that out.
Yeah.
No,
I totally agree with you. Like the words say that some sow and some water, and a lot of times you don't know if you the water or if you or the sower. And
right.
so as you're doing your part, is that it don't matter if I'm the water or the soil, because it say that neither one of them is nothing, because it's God who gives the increase. But as you're doing, I'm just doing my part.
Right, right. Well,
Yeah.
well, and that brings that up, that idea of our purpose, our role in life. That's
Hmm.
oftentimes a really huge question for people. And it can be a crisis moment for many of us. This
Hmm.
idea of what's my purpose, what's my goal, my role in life. And for those of us with a church background, a spiritual background, that can sometimes feel really heavy, because if we're working as an ambassador for God, or we're working as, a foot soldier for the divine, that can feel really heavy.
Yeah.
One of the things I'm learning is that foot soldier, warrior, pick whatever word you want. If we go back to the word, if we go back to the Bible tells us that we are called to witness. Witness. And let's think about that word witness for just a moment. Now, from a legal perspective, a witness is someone who's going to come up and they're going to testify.
Hmm.
They're going to, under oath, share their perception, their recollection, their experience of one activity or another.
Hmm.
If we now marry that physical activity with a metaphysical idea of witnessing, a witness is someone who sees through, who is impacted by an activity or a behavior.
Hmm.
Jesus witnessed God's love as he hung on the cross. Jesus witnessed the healing power of love at the pool of Bethesda. And so our job as a witness is, I'm going to marry two things here. I'm going to marry the metaphysical and the practical. So the
Mm-hmm.
metaphysical, the spiritual idea says that we're to witness the good. Well, so often the question is, especially in the midst of, I mean, all anybody has to do is turn on the news